Coach, talk about the game and getting the close win here on the road at ETSU.
Yeah, really proud of our guys for finishing it out. It wasn't pretty, and we didn't do things well at all down the stretch. We need to improve on that, but we're happy to get a win. That's 2 in a row on the road in the conference. It's 3 out of our last 4 road wins. I think it's 4 out of 7 overall that we've won, and for a team that was down in the dumps after losing 6 in a row, that shows a little bit of mettle for our guys to come back and do what they've done lately.
We talked about it in past games, but here again, playing well enough in the beginning to be able to overcome some of those hardships at the end. Talk about what you guys did early on to get out to the lead.
Well, nice to get out to a good start for sure. You know, making your first 2 threes and going up 6-0 is a real plus. That happened in some game not too long ago. But you know, we just played with a lot of confidence and freely for the first 30 minutes. But we never guarded them very well. We talked about it a couple of timeouts in the first half. That's all we talked about at halftime. And eventually it caught up with us. When we quit scoring, it caught up with us because they scored. You know, they didn't break the bank, but they scored enough throughout the game to keep it close until they could finally make a run. And I was really disappointed with that. You know, we let a team that's really struggled offensively score 17, 18, 20 more than their average points per game, which is disappointing. We let a team that doesn't shoot a high percentage shoot 50% for the game. They only had 9 turnovers. They out-rebounded us. They get out-rebounded by about 7 a game, and they out-rebounded us. And so, you know, as a coach, you'd like for your team to exploit the other team's weaknesses more often, and it went the other way tonight. So I'm disappointed with that.
A lot of three-pointers as a team that plays a lot of zone, but then they did go to the man-to-man late in the game. You think that's what caused the problems?
Well, I don't think it's what caused the problems necessarily. I mean, because we knew that they had a tendency to go zone, to go man against us. Actually, just historically, the way our offense against their defense and having some shooters, it's happened in the past. What happened was, you know, we went empty 4 or 5 possessions and we didn't execute. They didn't catch us by surprise, but we didn't settle down and just do what we're supposed to do in man offense. Pass and screen and move and cut, read the post, work in the post, and so we came up empty. And you know, we gotta practice that, but we should be better naturally for sure.
Anyway, you slice it. Road playing in the conference is good. What do you think that does for you guys going into a tough game against UCF?
Well, I hope it gives us a little bit of confidence. Lets us know, obviously, now that we've done it twice in a row, that we can go on the road and win. But it's going to be a different test at Upstate. They've won 12 in a row, I think, at home. They've won 8 in a row by double figures. One of those against us, I believe, at the end of last year. And they're a really good team, and they're playing well. They struggled a little bit early, but they're playing really well right now. And so we can walk in there with some confidence, but we need to know it's going to take our absolute best effort to have a chance to win that game.